Good evening, everybody. Welcome to GunHillStudios and this live stream with the quintet. And I have to apologise for being late. It was completely my fault. I'll tell you a story about it in about 10 minutes' time. We're going to start with a tune called Fascinating Rhythm. Yeah.
Monday date, the one you promised me last Tuesday. Oh, don't forget and don't be late. I'll be waiting for you at noonday. Well, I'm gonna shine up my shoes and straighten my tie. Well, I'll take one step back and look you straight in the eye. Oh, don't forget our Monday date, the one you promised me, dear. Oh, now don't forget our Monday date. Yeah, the one you promised me last Tuesday. And don't forget, and honey, don't be late. I'll be waiting for you at noonday. Well, I'm gonna shine up both my shoes. I will straighten up my tie. I will take one step back and look you straight in the eye. Well, don't forget our Monday date. Yeah, the one you promised me, dear. Our Monday date, the one you promised me last Tuesday. Oh, don't forget, don't be late. I'll be waiting for you at noonday. Well, I'm gonna buff up my shoes and straighten my tie. I'll take a step back and look you dead in the eye. Oh, now don't forget our Monday date. Yeah, the one you promised me, dear. take a 30-minute break. I'm only joking. Welcome to GunHillStudios, as I said at the start. Rupert said that it was all my fault that we were late, and he's completely right. Rupert's always right, that's what we have to remember. Anyway, it's a different day for me to be live streaming. It's normally a Sunday service, and I'm sure there's a lot of you watching who tune into the Sunday service. But tonight is Friday, and if you're sat at home or wherever you're watching from around the world, you can write in the chat, you can say hello, you can swear at us if you want, because we won't hear you. But please make welcome the band. As always, on my left, your right, the one and only Joe Webb on the piano. Hey! Hello. Swinging away on the double bass right there is Mr. Will Sash, everybody. We do have a studio audience, you know. Swinging away on the drums, the one and only Shaney Forbes right there, everybody. Woo! And playing the guitar and singing to you as well later. There's the one and only Denny Eilert right there. And if you don't know my name is Adrian Cox. Thanks, Mum. Anyway, so we start with a tune called Fascinating Rhythm, and that tune that we just played there was one which was written by a great pianist, a man called Earl Hines. The next tune we're going to continue with is one that was written by one of my favourite composers, a man called Jelly Roll Morton from New Orleans. And he wrote some of the best tunes ever, and this is one that we like, and tunes that we write, and we'll be playing one later. We take so much influence from so many different musicians, but Jelly Roll Morton's a massive influence. And this is a tune called Mamanita. you very much. There's a tune called Mamanita, Joe Webb on the piano and Danny Eilert on the guitar. Jelly Roll Morton was the man who said, got to have the Spanish tinge, not the Spanish twinge, as I once said. Anyway, it's wonderful to be back here at GunHill Studios. We've recently recorded a new album, which I keep telling you about, but it's going to be released at the end of the year. But we're going to talk a bit about that later as well. Anyway, whilst we're talking about New Orleans, which is where most of my favourite musicians and inspirations come from, there's a man called Sidney Bechet, and Bechet was one of the absolute monsters on clarinet and, of course, soprano saxophone. And in the lockdown, I started to do a documentary, which we never managed to finish, but hopefully we will somehow. It'll happen. But we found out about his life and him living in London. He was living in London from 1918 until 1921, until he got deported. But and he bought his soprano sax. He bought it on Wardour Street. Not Wardour Street. What's the other one? Denmark Street, isn't it? Timpan Alley. So there's lots of little stories, and hopefully we can put that together and put that out at some point. But one of the tunes that Sidney Bechet wrote, he wrote a few, and he wrote some really good ones. And this is one called Egyptian Fantasy. How about that Will Sash on the double bass? You got one, Joe?
much. There's a tune called Egyptian Fantasy, written by the great Sidney Bechet. The next tune we're going to play for you is one that I think Duke Ellington took the credits for, but it was written by Cootie Williams. Is that right?
I think so.
Okay. That's a new fact. I hope you're enjoying yourself. It's lovely to be out on a Friday evening. Lovely to be here, and I'm so pleased you're all joining us on YouTube. Make sure you click subscribe onto the GunHillStudios YouTube channel as well. Keep sharing everything. But we're going to get Denny Eilert to sing you a tune now, and this is that tune. This is called Do Nothing Till You Hear From Me.
Do nothing till you hear from me. Pay no attention to what's said. Why people tear the seam of anyone's dream is over my head. Do nothing till you hear from me. At least consider our romance. If you should take the words of others you've heard, I haven't a chance. True, I've been seen with someone new. That doesn't mean I've been untrue. While we're apart, all the words in my heart reveal how I feel about you. Some kiss may cloud my memory, and other arms may hold a thrill. But please do nothing till you hear it from me. Baby, you never will.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
That's Denny Eilert on the guitar right there, yeah.
Till you hear from me, pay no attention to what's said. Why people tear the seam of anyone's dreams is over my head. Do nothing till you hear from me. At least consider our romance. If you should take the words of others you've heard, I don't stand a chance. True, I've been seen with someone new, but that doesn't mean I've been untrue. While we're apart, all the words in my heart reveal how I feel about you. Some kiss may cloud my memory, and other arms may hold a thrill. But please do nothing till you hear it from me, and baby, you never will.
How about that, folks? Danny Islet, do nothing till you hear from me. Now, one of the things that I've done and what I've been doing when I've been doing live streams and taking that into practice when on live gigs is writing out a set list. And of course, when you write a set list, you look down at all the things you're going to do and then you sort of change it completely. I'm not changing the music. I'm just changing the bit that says chat. It didn't say chat, but I am chatting. Firstly, I just want to say thank you very much for all tuning in and for always tuning in on the Sunday service and things like that. If you would like to donate to this concert, the link is www.paypal.me/Adrian Cox Music. Just rolls off the tongue, really, doesn't it? But it would be wonderful if you would donate. Of course, you can imagine there's quite a lot goes into this, so anything is very much appreciated, and we thank you. And if not, just keep sharing the live stream so that people can see it. That's enough of that bit. But it's wonderful to be here, like I said, at GunHill, and back in October of 2021, we came in and we recorded an album with this band and with a string section as well. And one of the tunes that we played on it, that we recorded, is a rag, which is yet untitled. Or is it? It's called GunHill Rag. And this is a tune that I wrote with myself and Joe Webb, and it's dedicated to all the team here at GunHillStudios. We hope you enjoy it. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Gun Hill Rag. How about that, folks? That's a good one, isn't it? Where are people watching from? Has anybody put where they are? I'm sure Denmark's in the house. A few people from Denmark I knew were watching. Can you see some? Get some glasses, Rupert. He did have some glasses. Yeah, wherever you are, just tell us where you're watching from, because it's nice to know that. Just to let you know, this band is coming out to Denmark in June. We're playing at the Riverboat Jazz Festival in Silkeborg, which is one of my favourite festivals to play. You've been there before, haven't you? You've certainly been there before. You've been there before, haven't you? Yeah. Did it years ago. Will? No. I'm taking Will all around the world this year, which I'm looking forward to. Helen? Oh, Helen. Yeah, how are you? Helena. It's Helena, right? And she's got a wonderful, she has a bird of prey, which is wonderful. Anyway, we're going to do a tune now, which was written by the great guitarist called Tiny Grimes. And that's correct, isn't it?
It is correct, yeah.
This is called Tiny's Exercise.
1, 2,
1.
you very much. There's a tune called Tiny's Exercise. If you're watching and you live in the Cheshire area, I'd like to tell you that tomorrow night we're playing at Bollington Arts Centre. Unfortunately, I do have to tell you that it's sold out, and it has been for a while. But on Sunday evening, if you're in Devon, and even if you live in Cheshire, you can drive down. You're still allowed to drive to Devon. That's what we're doing.
Exactly.
And we've got a massive van. We've got the drivers in the house. Phil's in the house. A lot of you have met FIL before. And we've got about 5 spaces if you want to jump in. You're very welcome. But on Sunday evening, we're playing in a great little town. It is a town, it's not a village. It's called Ashburton. And there's this wonderful old Methodist church, which a friend of mine, friend of yours, Andy Williamson, he took it over and he's opened. It was about 3 or 4 years ago, and we were the band. Myself and Joe were there. We were one of the first bands that ever played it, which was great. And so it's been a tradition that we go back every year. Of course, we haven't done that because of the last couple of years. But we will be there on Sunday evening at Ashburton Arts. Some of you will know that myself and Joe Webb recorded a duo album when was it? In summer last year.
Yeah.
And we released it on at the end of January this year. And the album's called Both Sides Now, and it's a duo album. And we picked some tunes that we loved, and we went and recorded them and released them. And for the people who keep asking me, when will it be out on vinyl? I will give you the Vinyl Plant's telephone number, and you can call them as well. And then maybe we'll get to the bottom of where it is. But one of the tunes that we recorded on that was by a great pianist, a man called J.P. Johnson, who wrote things like Carolina Shout and all the good ones, really. And he also wrote this tune, which is it's one of my favourite tunes. It's a great album with Ruby Braff and Vic Dickinson and Edmund Hall playing, and the tune's called Old Fashioned Love.
C.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got that old-fashioned love in my heart. There it will always remain. Well, my love's like the ivy vine, clings closer all the time. In my heart, tears of joy, oh, they will remain. I've got that old-fashioned love in my heart. No change will tear us apart. If the whole of England should change to sea, you'd never find a change in me. I've got that old-fashioned love, oh, in my heart. Old-Fashioned Love. That's one of my favourite tunes. If you wanted to know, that is one of my favourites. As I said, that was on an album that I recorded with Joe, which we released this year. And you can always buy a copy of that if you want. It's available on CD. There's actually about 100 left at the moment of the first lot. You can go to my website and do that. I would just like to say one more time, thank you to everyone who is donating. Thank you to everyone who's watching and everyone who's sharing. It means a lot, and all your support throughout the whole of the last couple of years, and we're going to keep live streaming lots. I want to say thank you to Rupert and all of the team here, because if you're going to live stream, this is the only way to do it, I would say, really. Well, this is incredible, and it means a lot that you invite us to come down and be able to do that, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. But we've still got another couple of tunes for you, folks. And this next one is also on that album, and there's an incredible version of Art Tatum recording this tune. And also, I think it was in the film Some Like It Hot, and Marilyn Monroe. It's called Running Wild. Does that sound about right? Yep.
Crikey. There's a tune called Running Wild. Hey, folks, I hope you've enjoyed the programme of music that I've put together for this evening's concert. And it's, you know, it's so fantastic to have built up a live streaming scene and a lot of people watching. Have you got any more live streams coming up, Rupert? Well, just to let you know, I'm going to have a chat with Rupert after we've played the last tune. But please show your... when I say I'm going to have a chat with Rupert, we're going to have a chat with Rupert on stage here. And you can all listen to us. God knows what we're going to talk about. But we've spent a lot of time together. And all good stuff, wasn't it, Rupert? Yes, but please show your appreciation for the guys in the band playing for you this evening. On the guitar, singing to you all, the one and only Denny Eilert, everybody. Woo! Yeah. The main man on the drums, you don't get better, the one and only Shaney Forbes right there. Woo! The man who I fall in love with a bit more every single second that I hang out with him. The one and only Will Sash on the double bass, folks. And, of course, my friend and yours on the piano. Oh, I must tell you as well, if you're in London on, or if you're not in London on Thursday, get yourself down to London because Joe and Will and Dave Archer will be at Ronnie Scott's, where they're presenting the band Web City. And there's a few seats left, isn't there? Yeah. Just a few tickets left. So that's on Thursday, the 31st of March. Where's the year gone? It's gone so quick. Anyway, my name's Adrian Cox. Thank you very much for tuning in. But please stick around, because after we play this last tune, I'm going to have a chat with Rupert. We're going to talk about the album that's coming up and things like that. But I'd like to take this concert of music out with a tune that also we recorded on that album that Joe and I recorded. And it's another tune by the great Sidney Bechet. And this is a tune called Si tu vois ma mère. from my man. How about it, folks? Danny Eilert on the guitar and singing, Shaney Forbes on the drums, Will Sash on the double bass, and Joe Webb on the piano, myself, Adrian Cox. I really hope you've enjoyed the music. As I've said before, if you do wish to donate to this concert, it would be very much appreciated. It's www.paypal.me/Adrian Cox Music. If you want to donate in other ways, you certainly can. Give us a ring. I'll give you my number. Oh, no, I better not do that. Anyway, you can stand down, man, if you wish.
Stand down.
Yes. So, when I'm here at GunHillStudios, I always like coming here because they always make you feel, everything that you do, you feel totally valued. And all those moments where you've been sat at home thinking, oh, shall I do this? Shall I do that? And then you come in here and it's, of course you should be doing that or you should be doing that. And Rupert Rupert and Andrea I've known for how many years now? For both years. But we've worked together in many things. As many of you know, I work with Bad Manners. We've worked together in that. We don't like to admit that. That's when the phone stops ringing. And then we found out that we had a mutual mentor in a man called Jack Gilbert. But the man behind all of this, and of course all the team, Rupert, everybody. Where are you coming to be? Here he comes. Have a sit down. Yeah, sit somewhere in there.
You need a seat as well. What are you going to do?
What shall I do? I can stand.
I think you could have another seat and we could move that guitar a little bit.
Denny?
Denny?
He's already gone, hasn't he? Denny, could you just move your guitar very quickly? Or you can do it slowly.
And then you have this chair.
I see what's happening.
Here's one that I prepared for you earlier.
Excellent.
And then I'll put that. They're great chairs. Used to be way cheaper before Brexit.
Excellent. So I'm here.
Like a folky duo, aren't we?
I put that right in front of my face, haven't I, Andrew?
Yeah.
How's that?
Folky duo.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that sounds all right. I think we're all right.
We can do our new material.
We do a new material. Yeah, still look nice again.
So thanks very much for inviting us again
That's all
and
right.
being here. It's amazing what you do here.
We try.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy few years with the old COVID thing and that, so it's made it. But glass half full. You find things. We got a load of kit just before lockdown, and then got all this time to fiddle around with it.
Yeah. Blessing in disguise.
Yeah. So what are the gigs you're doing at the moment?
So at the moment, myself and Joe, we recorded an album. We did the album Both Sides Now, and we did an album launch. We've also done, we've got a couple of shows coming up. Pizza Express Jazz Club in Chelsea on the 13th of April. Then we're going up to Nottingham as the duo. And then we've got stuff coming up over the summer, a few things with the full band, a few guest spots that I'm doing. Sure. And then building up to the big release at the end of the year.
Fantastic. I'm so chuffed you chose us to record your strings and that. That worked out really well, didn't it?
Yeah, it worked out. My brain was thinking, this is the thing that I try to get across, is when I had a thought about, I want to do an album with strings, and you should record it here.
Yeah.
And I feel privileged to have been able to come and do it here, and you worked so hard on the day.
Yeah, I mean...
And not on the day, but the whole thing.
Yeah. And all the team did as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm surrounded by obsessed people, and I think that's the only way to be, really, isn't it? You know, look, they're being obsessed now out there.
It's good. It's the good obsessive.
Yeah. But everything takes work. Takes hard work. I mean, mention a friend of mine, just totally changing the subject for 2 secs. But Fred again.
Yeah.
Artist, I was at his gig last night. Hello, Fred again, if you're watching.
Fred again.
And it took a lot of years of hard graft and that to get where he is now. And I think people forget how hard blood, sweat and tears it takes to actually achieve things, isn't it? I mean, you've grafted right through lockdown, haven't you?
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing, I saw it as a sort of opportunity to not get in a bus and get on.
Yeah.
Although my favourite thing to do is be in the bus and be on tour.
Yeah.
I live for being in the bus. I've hired an extremely large bus for 4 of us.
Yeah.
But that's what I like. I like being on the road. But in the lockdown, I managed to put together the live stream and Sunday service. And then when we came here and we did the first one from here,
Yeah.
I think it was the first one that you had done at that.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, and we had Gremlins on that one as well, didn't
The
we?
Gremlins.
Do you know, and it's funny we had the Gremlins today, which were my fault. Here I am. It was my fault. It was totally my fault. I was a rabbit in the headlights and something didn't work. It was like, you know.
It's funny, that moment, isn't it? And then there's always a solution. That's what I always think with you. You always say to me, well, there's a solution. It's just finding it.
Yeah.
And mate, but it's such a treat to come here, and recording the album here was amazing. It was something that was always so far out of my. I've always wanted to do an album with strings. I'd heard this Barney Bigard thing, and in the lockdown I wanted to do it more. So I found the guy, the arranger, to do it. And I remember when I spoke to you, you said if you're doing strings, you've got to do it in here. And first you thought it was just me with strings. And no
yes,
band.
that was right. Yeah.
And then I dropped the bombshell.
That it was banned at the same time. Yeah.
But then you said it's all fine, and that's what I like about coming here, is that everything feels valid. Do you know what I mean?
Well, we are here for creatives. That's the thing we get on with. I always get on with creatives here.
Yeah.
Never have any problems with creatives. You know, because we're all pushing in the same direction.
Yeah.
You know, even if it gets tense sometimes, everyone is pushing the same direction, and everyone wants to do the best they possibly can.
That's the thing, isn't it? If you want to actually do the best, then you're always going to get on.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed coming here. It was brilliant, and we had the strings were here, weren't they?
Yeah.
And, right here.
Yeah.
Just here.
Do you still do that? I do that. I point to imaginary things.
And clarinet, trombone, trumpet.
Sousaphone.
And I've never done that one before.
What?
I've never done the sousaphone one.
Oh, you can.
That's good. I like it.
You like that.
I'm gonna nick that one. So coming here today, brilliant. I've had a great time again. Great to play it. So it's a really good room to play in when you go into a studio of any kind of thing.
Yeah.
You're prepared for the worst as a blower.
I think the problem is half the studios are designed for the convenience of the mix engineer rather than the players. And the reality is people like playing in an ambient space, you know, where you can hear the people around you, you know, I think. And
I think that's come across. I've been lucky enough to hear a bit of the new album.
Yeah.
And you've been working tirelessly on it
as
well. And it's sounding, when I first heard it, I was like, that's exactly the sound.
Yeah.
And it's good. So the idea with that is to release at the end of the year.
Do you know what the funny thing with it was? When I was doing like comparison listenings and all that, and I was trying to find, for Ben, the mix engineer I work with, I was trying to show him some classic jazz string things. And I was trying to find this thing online and that thing online. Then I realized, I've got the vinyl. I just never actually thought I could just put the record on. You know, there's a solution.
So what was the...
Well, there was a few different things. It was just sonics. I was trying to hear that there's a Sarah Vaughan, a slightly different style, but how those strings gel together. Because we used the same techniques they used on those old albums.
Yeah.
Same mic configuration, called a Decker tree, which is since time immemorial the way to record strings. You know.
Yeah.
You know, which is.
And they record incredibly well here.
Yeah. It's interesting using an infinity code for sound, but the rules of light are the same as the rules of sound, so it all kind of works together. Yeah.
So, I'm going to ask you, I'm asking you lots of questions here. I want to find out, how is it going, the mixing and the mastering?
It's great. We're virtually at mastering.
Nice.
Just making sure all the clarinet pops out all over the place and that. Yeah, no, it's good. I know you're keen to...
No. But I know that the wait is a long time because I'm definitely doing it on vinyl.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is everything.
Well, do you know what's funny? Is, you know, when people argue about whether vinyl's different and all that, when I got a new needle on the record deck, my Technics 1200 I've got, and it wasn't subtle, the difference.
Right.
When they played it through the rig, it was like, whoa, there is a massive difference. On vinyl, and it's when we've had such a long gap from it, and we're all used to listening to MP3s and this and that, to suddenly hear that big, warm, round sound.
Yeah, it is a difference, isn't it?
Oh,
it's
yeah.
And just, I like the whole idea of going and taking a vinyl and not looking for a little booklet about this big. And then,
well, that was. I mean, you're a fair amount younger than me, but do you remember? Do you remember Mole Jazz?
Mold Jazz, what,
Yeah.
King's Cross?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember it.
No.
My dad told me about it. No, I think it's just before. It
It's
was,
just, yeah.
Yeah.
I never got home with any money. I used to go down. I did the gig with Jack, right, which I lived in Dunstable at the time, and the train was £16 and the gig was 12 quid. So I was 4 quid out of pocket doing the gig, but enriched every time playing with Jack.
That's what it's about. Yeah.
And then whatever money I had left went in Mold Jazz on the way back.
Yeah.
So I was totally down.
What's the thing? How do you make $1 million in jazz?
Yeah.
You start with 2.
Yeah.
So that's good. So I'm so pleased that we were able to come here with the full band. Because last time we did last time was a duet with Joe Stilgo.
Yeah.
And then the time before was as a quartet.
Yeah.
And then this time quintet. So it's great. What have you got coming up here in the way of?
We'll probably have the rum band back at some
yeah.
point. They're always good fun. We're doing a lot of stuff for a project I can't talk about to do with music and you know you're
Yes.
part of the said project. What else have we got coming up? Of course we're with Charles Rainford. Hello, Charles, if you're listening out there.
Hi, Charles.
Charles is an amazing thing where I've always worked with like breaking artists in the music industry and then never realised that there's the same thing in the motor industry.
Yeah,
So
and all the
Charles,
different bits,
so Charles is exactly the same, came up through historic racing and we followed the Carrera Cup last year and we're all set to do another season. We might even be going to Le Mans again with him.
Nice.
So that's some crazy stuff.
I remember speaking to Rupert and Andrea once saying, where are you at the moment? And they were driving down from Scotland,
Yeah.
is that right? Heading to Le Mans
Yeah.
with a car that had broken on the way, and they
Yeah,
were
yeah,
trying
yeah,
to
yeah.
fix it, weren't they?
Yeah, they've actually fixed the car at Le Mans. We turned up in Le Mans with a broken drive shaft.
And he did very well, didn't he?
Yeah, he won his class.
He won his class.
Having never raced at Le Mans before, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
It's good at all those things. It's the same as, like you said, artists coming through in music.
Yeah,
artists
yeah,
coming
yeah.
through in people coming through in all the different...
And again, comes back to graft.
Yeah.
It's hard work.
And he works hard.
Yeah.
I like the thing that you said, that he started on historical
Yeah.
racing, so put him in a fresh car and he's...
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, we were there at Goodwood when he came second in the, I call it the noddy car, that Volvo.
Yeah, I know, I remember it.
You know.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
The noisy Volvo.
Yeah, the noisy Volvo. They started off taking the mick out of him when he was about 15th, and then when he was about 8th, they got a bit quieter.
And they started to worry.
Yeah. And then he was second in the whole race, you know.
Like, so you might have the rum band in here soon.
Yes, rum band. What else? What else have we got coming up? We've been doing some stuff with Matt Mitchell and the Cold Hearts, which is sort of
the Cold
rock,
Hearts,
rock stuff. What else have we got coming up? It just like they just open the diary. We're rammed at the moment, literally every day.
Great.
But so I tend to think about 2 days ahead.
Yeah. But I was amazed when I said, we've had a gig cancelled, it's not going to happen. And you said, we need to get you in for a live stream again.
Yeah.
I thought, when's that actually going to happen?
Yeah.
Are you free on Friday the 25th of March? Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it.
So,
Yeah. That was good.
that was nice.
And that there ended the career of...
Yeah, that was when his hip display. But
we have other things in common, don't we? With the hip police.
hip replacements.
Yes, yeah.
We've got all the things going on. But yeah, so I just want to say a massive thank you to you and all of the team.
Yeah.
Because it means the world to be able to come and play somewhere like this, and everyone's top of their game, filming, sound, everything. The whole thing's great, and I hope everyone's enjoyed the live stream tonight. But thanks, Roop.
No worries. It's a
Always
groovy
good.
thing.
I remember last time we had to be really far away from each other.
Yeah, or smaller.
Smaller. But now we trust each other, we get closer. But thanks so much for having us.
it's all right, it's good.
And thanks everyone for watching. You've all been so lovely, and thanks for donating if you have. If you haven't, thanks anyway.
Yeah.
Nice one. Right, we're going to go.
We're going to go. Right.
Bye-bye.
Exit stage left.